Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about this video because I started a book today and it's giving me 5-star feelings, and I had a premonition that this book would be 5 stars. So thus this video is born, reading my 5-star prediction books. And the book I started with today was none other than The 7-Year Slip. I am 109 pages into this book and I don't want to put it down. I just want to keep reading this book, and it just brought back that feeling of, you know, when you first started reading and you feel this joy, you feel this beautiful happiness. That's what this book is feeling like to me, because I was in a huge slump and this book has brought me back to life, okay? And let me tell you about this book. Let me tell you what this book is about. So it is about Clementine, and she inherits her aunt's apartment in New York City in the Upper East Side. And her aunt told her when she was a little girl that this apartment was magical. And she said that it could take you 7 years in the past. And she's like always praying that it will happen to her. And then now, after her aunt has passed away, it's finally happening to her. She's in the apartment and she meets this man who is from 7 years ago. And I've never read anything like this. Maybe that's why I'm so intrigued at wanting to read more of this book. But also there's so many things in this book that I'm just like quotes that I want to share with you that I love so much, and they're so beautiful. And one of the reasons why I'm really loving this book, the first one is about books. I think this is probably a popular one. I definitely think I've heard about it before. I loved how a book, a story, a set of words, and a sentence organized in the exact right order made you miss places you've never visited and people you never met. That's why we all read, right? I love it. And then the other one is, so I am cultured, I asked, distracting myself. You are who you are and you like what you like, he replied, and there was no sarcasm in his voice. You are you, and that's a lovely person to be. And then my last one is, I never thought of it that way, I admitted. He cocked his head, because you haven't seen yourself the way other people do. So if you couldn't tell, I am thoroughly enjoying The 7-Year Slip, and I anticipate it being a 5-star, but we'll see. I'm gonna take you along with me. We're gonna read this. We're gonna also read, I believe, Funny Story and Bride by Ali Hazelwood, because I don't want this video to be contained to one sole book. So hopefully we'll get to those, and I hope you enjoy this video, and let's read some 5-star predictions. Hi everyone, I wanted to do a check-in on where I'm at in The 7-Year Slip. I am about over halfway through this book, and I really want to finish it tonight. What's stopping me? Truly, what is stopping me? It's 6 o'clock and I have all the time in the world. But right now I'm in the part of the book where she finds him in her current present timeline, which is the 7 years in the future, which is present for her. So she found him during that time, and I hate to say it, but he's not doing it for me in the present day, and I need to get to the bottom of why he is the way he is right now. I want to know if he knows about this apartment. I don't know, there's a lot of confusing I don't want to say confusing, but really intriguing parts of this book that I just have a lot of questions about, and I'm so interested in, because I have never read something with this premise before, and I'm really loving that. It's something that is just so interesting, so gripping, that it's not predictable. I kind of predicted a few things in this book, and if you've read it, you might know what I mean by that. It's when I say it's not predictable, it's it's not a standard fluffy rom-com book where it's third act breakup kind of thing. I am interested in where this story is going to go, because I have no idea where it's going to go, and that's super exciting to me, because I haven't had a book be like that in a long time. So this is very exciting for me, and I think I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, and I still think it could be a 5 stars. like it's still making me real happy to read it. So I will see you when I do my next reading check-in. If you couldn't tell by that very weird book me interaction, I love this book with like a burning passion. This book, like I predicted, is a 5-star read. I don't even know how to put how I feel about this book into words. All I can say is that it was magical, beautiful, wonderful, incredible, and I think every person should read it. The way Ashley Poston talks about life, like, and love is just, there's something so remarkable about it. Like, her aunt, like Clementine's aunt in this book was always saying, chase the moon, live your life like this is your last day on earth, like, go on that adventure, like live like that, live like this is your last moment. And it was honestly so inspiring, all of the different quotes from this book that related to life and how you should live it for yourself just really hit me hard, because I honestly needed to hear these things with like what I'm going through right now, and it has honestly inspired me to like chase the moon, seize the day. And I'm looking up prints on Etsy and Pinterest boards and things like that because I loved this book so much. It just really resonated with me. Not even the message of like life and to, you know, chase the moon, but the love story in this book as well. She talked a lot about the timing of things, and I truly believe that timing is everything. I am one person who believes in like that invisible string theory, and I believe that we meet every person for a reason, like whether that's a lesson or like, you know, I just believe that everyone that comes into your life, they're coming into your life for a specific reason. And this book definitely touches that, like, upon that a lot. And I just loved it. I loved it so much. It was so different than any romance book that I have ever read. Like, the magical realism was something that I don't know, like, I kind of want to search out more books that deal with that. But The Magical Apartment, putting her 7 years in the past and then her being in the present, like, I don't know, I was sobbing. Like, I was sobbing of happiness. I was like, I was sitting in my bed crying, and I was like gasping. I was like, this is words on paper, Shelby. Words on paper. But it was just, like I said, there's just something about this book. It's so beautiful. And it touched me, like, and I feel like I'm going to think about this book forever. Forever. Might be my favorite book of the year. Like, chase the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Chase the moon. I will, like, talk about this over and over again, say the same things, but if there's anything you take away from this video and from this crazy rambling, it is please pick up this book, because I want everyone to read this and experience what I went through. The range of emotions, like the happiness, the joy, the sadness, the grief, like, and just like, I want people to come out on the other side of reading this book looking at life in a different light, like how I am. Like, this book definitely resonated with me, and it's definitely like changed my perspective of looking at the world and how I want to live my life. And I'm so glad that I found it at this time in my life. Absolutely impeccable, amazing book, amazing story. I can't wait to read more of Ashley Poston's books. So, as I predicted, this was in fact a 5-star. And let's see what the next book I'm going to read is, and hopefully it will also be a 5-star. Hi everyone. The last time we talked in this video was back in July. It's September. If you didn't see my last video, I did a whole vlog about life updates and why I've been gone for quite a long time, and I kind of explained in that video that I am still working on this predicting 5-star reads. But back in July, I said I was going to read Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and then I tried reading it, but I wasn't really in the mood for it. I think it's more of like a fall type book for me, so I'm gonna read that sometime soon. But I did start Funny Story by Emily Henry. So this is the next book that we're going to be reading in this vlog. So I'm about 50 pages in. I'm kind of not sure about my thoughts on this right now. I feel like I don't have a lot of, like, I have background, but I just don't have a lot of these two main characters. So if you don't know what Funny Story is about, it's about Daphne and Miles. And Daphne was about to get married, but her fiance left her for Miles's girlfriend, which is a woman that Daphne's fiance grew up with, and they just like were best friends forever, and they found out that they loved each other. So now Daphne is living with Miles, and they're kind of trying to figure out this whole breakup thing. I don't want to say together yet because they don't really speak to each other, but they recently just started talking more because they got an invitation to their ex's wedding for like, I think it's in a few months. So now they're kind of coming together more. So I'm interested to see where it develops. It's just a very interesting story. And I'm so used to like beach read and book lovers, and this is kind of, I want to say different for Emily Henry. I don't want to say different, but it feels different to me based on like the last books that I've read by her, like Happy Place and Beach Read and Book Lovers. Like this one feels more rom-com-y than her previous works were more like literary fiction with like a subplot of romance. So I'm interested to see where this goes because I will read anything that Emily Henry writes. And her last two books, Happy Place was a 5-star, and then Beach Read I actually recently reread. Still a 5-star, one of my favorite books of all time. So I predict this to be 5 stars. We already found a 5-star book in this video. Like, am I really that smart? Like, do I know my 5 stars, or do I have high expectations? I don't know. I think this is gonna be a 5-star. We're gonna continue reading it, and we're gonna see where it goes from here. Hi friends, I want to update everyone on where I am with Funny Story. The last time you saw me, I was getting attacked by bugs outside on my patio. I wanted so bad to like just enjoy the weather because it's been so hot for like months where I live, and it's starting to cool down to where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can sit outside. And today I had a day off, but it was like that day off where you just don't do anything. I was like, I really should get outside. So I like cleaned up my patio, and then I had mosquitoes, I had bees, I had flies. I had to come inside. So I did read a lot more. I'm on page 156, and I have to say I'm really enjoying my time now. Like there was moments when I was just like smiling to myself because I'm getting more attached to Daphne and more attached to Miles. At first I thought Miles was so cringy. I was just like, I don't know if I can like be attracted to this man because some of the stuff that she's saying in this book, I'm just like, that is so cringy. But then I feel like when you really like a man in real life, everything that he does that is like cringy if you saw it in a TV show, or like your friend was describing some guy they were with or something, like, and you just like outwardly cringe, like you find that hot now. Like if you like someone, you're like, that's so hot, like they're so cute, even though like he owns like 50 pairs of Crocs, and apparently Miles does. I still don't know how I feel about that because I'm not a Croc person, but I don't know. Miles is definitely growing on me, and I'm liking Daphne so far. The way that she describes like her mom in this book, I love, because my mom always like put our family first, and it was like so like us over her priorities. Like she always wanted to make sure we were having a great life versus like herself having a life. So like a lot of the stuff that she says about her childhood growing up like with her mom, I'm just like, I see my mom, and I'm like, I love you, Mom. She's gonna be watching this. She's gonna be like, I cried watching your video. Shout out, Mom, I love you. But I am really enjoying my time. It's just completely different because I just read Beach Read, so like I'm off that Beach Read high, and I'm like, this is a total switch up because it's more rom-com book than like how deep Beach Read goes. If you've read Beach Read, you know what I mean. Like it's more like hits home. Same with Happy Place, and this is more lighthearted, rom-com-y feel. But I am enjoying my time. Where am I in this book? Where are they? What are they doing right now? What's happening? So Miles' sister just kind of sprung a visit upon them, and they're kind of fake dating right now, but certain people know the truth. So Miles' sister is like one of them who finds out, and oh my gosh, I kind of love her so far. I've only read like maybe like 5 pages or 3 pages with her in it, but I love her. And I also love, what's her friend, Ashley, the librarian. I actually love her character as well. So I'm really enjoying the side characters in this book as a whole. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it's gonna be a 5-star. I'm not getting like full 5-star feelings from it right now. It's more like a 4, but I have a lot left, so it could change because it took me a minute to get into it. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's like where I am mentally or what's going on with me, but it took me a minute to really get it like into the book and liking the characters. But right now it's going really well, and I'm hoping that it gets even better. So I might read some more tonight. I might watch BookTube. Who knows? But anyway, that's my update on Funny Story. Literally turned off the camera so I could read like with my double chin and everything in peace, and I'm at a loss for words. I honestly was over there throwing a little temper tantrum because this man goes, "I want to kiss you," he murmurs, drawing back a mere inch, "every time you take a sip of something and make that sound. I want to kiss you every time I walk past your bedroom door and hear you laugh through the door. I want to kiss you every time I hear the shower turn on and know that you're in there. I want to kiss you all the time, Daphne." Like, I hate my life. I hate my life. When I read, "I want to kiss you every time you," like, him just detailing every time he wants to kiss her. Where is mine? Where is my man who, like, I have this angst for, and I'm like, man, like, I just want to kiss him, I want to be with him, and then, like, I don't think he wants that, and then he just straight up tells me, "I want to kiss you when you can't stop talking. I want to kiss you when you," I'm trying to think of things I do, but literally, like, I can't. Literally, I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. I'm gonna go ugly read again. Wait. Did he bring her to, like, in the beginning of the book? And he was talking about the beach. That was like his special place, and he's like, "Oh, I can't show it to you," or like whatever. Did he bring her there? Did he bring her there? Hi everyone, last night I finished Funny Story by Emily Henry. I wanted to give my final thoughts and kind of wrap up this video. So was this a 5-star? I'm giving it a 4. And I don't know if that's just because I read Beach Read before this book, or I don't know. What I love the most about Emily Henry's characters, like in the books, is that it gets really in-depth. Like, it's more of like literary fiction with a subplot of romance, and the characters are very, very like fleshed out. They have these deeper meanings to the connections, and this one does that, but you don't get it until later in the story. And I think like the book started off more on a rom-com note, and you kind of get the bare bones of the characters, and I wasn't connecting with them at first, and I connected more with them in like the middle of the book, and that's when I started to get really into the story. And I really did love the side characters. I loved Ashley, I loved Julia, I loved this like found family of this little town in Michigan, and I loved everything about Michigan because I'm originally from Michigan, so like I knew exactly what they were talking about. So I like loved those little conversations where Daphne didn't even know what was happening, and like Miles was making fun of her for that, and like it was funny to me because like I understood like his side of things, telling people about Michigan when they have no idea like anything about it. So that was fun. And then I don't know, the main characters definitely grew on you as the book went on, and as I got to the very end of the book, that's when I got that heart like wrenching, like deeper, like I don't know how to say it, but like that deeper side of the characters. And I really related to Daphne so much with like her relationship with her mom and her relationship with her dad, and you got more of like those gut-wrenching quotes at the ends. And like I felt it inside, how like Daphne never felt good enough for anyone because like people always left. Like I definitely feel that from her. And then you had Miles' kind of sort of point of view of like, I don't want to give it away, of like his side of things and how people view him, and the way he talked about it was, I could also relate to him in that way as well. And I love that about the two characters. I love that they just kind of fit very well with each other. And again, loved the side characters, I loved the book, but it wasn't like beach read 5-star, like 5 billion. It was a 4-star, but definitely read it again. I really enjoyed it. And I really liked it. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone who wanted to read an Emily Henry. It's just not my favorite. If I would say my rankings of Emily Henry, I really do want to reread Happy Place to see kind of how I feel about it now, because everyone I know is like reading it like they just read it and they're like, why can't they communicate? And I'm like, I need to reread it because I want to see what everyone's talking about. But again, also in this book, I find that one of Emily Henry's main plot points is that the characters never communicate. So I'm like, Emily Henry, what is up with that? Why like do you not have them talk to each other and like talk it out? So that's just something, if you don't like miscommunication, or if you like, I feel like that's in all of her books. Like you're like, come on, just talk to each other and you would solve all these problems. I feel like that's a common theme with her books. But going back to my ranking, Beach Read is #1 always. Probably, I still want to say Happy Place is #2 for me. And then I want to say Funny Story, People We Meet on Vacation, and Book Lovers. I don't know why, maybe I have to reread Book Lovers, but it was kind of the same with Funny Story, how I really had to get into it first, because to me, Book Lovers, the beginning of the book was very slow and kind of boring for me, but as I got into it, I really enjoyed it. But I think I have to reread it to maybe like change my ratings. But I do love People We Meet on Vacation. I feel like everyone hates on that one, but that's one I'm like, I don't have it as my last place. I don't know. So anyway, that's what I thought about Funny Story. And then we read 7 Year Slip, which was predicted correctly as a 5-star book. So we had one that was correct. This one was close, but it's no beach read. It's no beach read. I still love Emily Henry though, like, and I still really enjoyed this book. But that's it for this video. I want to do this again, maybe with some other books that are anticipated books for me that I'm really looking forward to and feel like I will rate highly. So let me know if you like this, and let me know if there's any other reading vlogs that you would like to see me do in the future. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.